You know, honestly, I upgraded my computer to Windows 11. And then, you know, it's been a week, but I was like, oh, Windows 10 is shutting down in October. So I decided to what's it called? Oh, I love this. He's so cute. We might just run Otter Katana again. We'll see how the combo system works with this. But oh my, I upgraded my computer to Windows 11. Oh. Okay, I like the combo system, but here's the problem with this, okay? Well, you have adaptive drop bonus, which means you could get anything, right? Oh. Oh, I respect that. I respect that. So now they're making it so that you can select... oh my god. Okay, there are like 20 things I want to talk about now. Fuck. Alright, anyway. So yeah, I upgraded my computer to Windows 11. Ugh, even this, bro. Even this. I upgraded my computer to Windows 11. And, it just messed with everything. And I knew it was going to mess with everything. And, like, I go on, I click, I'm like, okay, I can listen. I can see everything. I go on to OBS, and then I'm just chalked. I'm just chalked. I don't know what else to say, but like why do I get punished for like updating my computer? Just like everything doesn't work and then to redo it. And the problem is you wouldn't notice. I would have clicked record and then I would have started yapping, and if I didn't look to the left, it would have just been like an hour and a half of nothing. Alright. Basically today, I kind of want to talk about a lot of things. So I think we're kind of gonna vibe, do a couple runs. They're gonna be like 5 runs, I guess, so I'm not gonna like focus too hard on anything. And I'm gonna talk about a lot of things. Number 1 on the list, I don't have it on my notepad. I'm sorry. Devs listened. Sepheria. Oh my gosh. It's definitely not me, but I think it's a really funny coincidence that like I was literally talking about Shadow and how the invulnerable items are so broken and stuff, and they're stupid and they just get reworked. I think that's super funny. We're probably gonna run Shadow Precision. I think that's kind of a vibe. Oh. But I think that's so funny how that happens. And like, I don't know, man. I think it's sick. I think it's a really nice coincidence. And hey, I'll take a coincidence. This combo system getting reworked, I think is awesome. I think it's so awesome. Like, what the heck? I think it's good, but I also think it's bad. Okay, and now here, let me say why. The thing about the combo system before was it felt nice. Okay, it felt nice that you could kind of click on it and it kind of forced you to have that RNG in your runs. Where like every game I could click sturdy precision, I click shadow precision, right? And like adaptive is all you need in my opinion, because adaptive, when I get adaptive, I'm already gonna get shadow and mystic from my 2 items that I start off with. So I'm already gonna get those, okay? I think that's just inevitable. I think it sucks, but it's inevitable. So you're bound to get, I'm gonna be so rusty. You're bound to get these items. And it's kind of insane, like, it's super duper nice, like, hey. But it's also like, hey, well, if I can get precision shadow blade or precision physical damage every single run, why would I run anything else, you know? If I can get what is it, solar blade, I mean what is it, glacier frost relic, why would I get anything else, you know? Like stuff like that. It kind of makes your runs feel kind of like a little bit too like filtered. But I do like how the RNG is now like, hey, instead we kind of incentivize you to get more stuff, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you what is it called? They're gonna give you the sapphire bonus, and the sapphire bonus is a pretty nice and little way of them like being like, hey, by the way, we're gonna give you an upgrade without giving you an upgrade. Oh, that's cool, new item. Storm Cloud, wow. But I think it's a nice little way of them like incentivizing you without them kind of like pulling you to do it. Whereas the other way kind of felt like it was like forcing you, but now it's like, hey, you could kind of go this way, get more sapphire, and it'll make your run a little bit more enticing and more fun, which I'm all down for. I think that's fine in general. I don't hate it. I do kind of wish some of these characters were a little bit more buffed, but if some of these, like, bro, if I'm just saying, yo, give Rabbit 10 EXP. I'm just saying, bro, I'll play this character every single run. But yeah, it's fine. It's just me just wanting more. Yeah, I'm taking the inch and I'm making it a mile. But no, it's cool. I don't know how hard that needs to get changed. I haven't really thought about it. I haven't played many characters to really give my input on that. I'm not gonna front. It'd be disingenuous to ask for any change on the characters. So anyway, I think this update is super duper good. It's super duper cool. It's super duper everything. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's a good update. Oh, I'm just such a blessed human. What am I doing in this world when I'm so blessed? All right. But I do think it's like we could go fire katana. Gain sword strike through normal slash special attack. Special attack. That's how kind of. I don't know what that means. I should probably, you know, we'll experiment. I've never touched this. Okay, interesting. We'll mess with it. We'll mess with it. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think it's Monster Hunter coded, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I think in general, they're cooking it. Oh my god, I just won the game, bro. I just won the game. Who cares, bro? I just won the game, bro. I just won the game. Now I don't even care what's going on. You know what? Aito slash, Manito slash, Mamita slash. Like, I don't care, bro. This upgrade is fun as heck. What the heck? This upgrade, you probably need a little bit more attack speed though, but yo, this kind of dang. Oh my gosh, this upgrade's insane. Yo, I was sleeping on this because the dash one is way better, but like, this one is fun. The problem with this one is it's gonna take a while for you to build if you want me to be serious. Oh, it's kind of bad. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, in general, I think this game is like kind of sick, yo. I think also, like, I think they should probably, after they work on like balance and stuff, honestly, like when they get the game to 1.0, I hope they add like an alternate floor to everything. I think that'd be kind of sick. I think an alternate floor to everything would be kind of giga mode, but you know, that's later. Here, I think, like, bro, I'm just saying, all these updates they're doing, they are cooking, bro. You want me to talk about devs that know what they want in a video game, devs that know how to make a good video game, bro? These devs are on top of it, bro. They're on top of it. Even things that I didn't even think were kind of lit, they're kind of gas. They're kind of gas. So yeah. Anyway, besides that, I don't feel like there's much to talk about in terms of sepheria, but one thing I wanted to talk about, because today it's kind of today's theme, it kind of ruined my mood today and everything. My dad talked to me. It's not like one of those guys like, yo, my dad issues or something, but I haven't talked to my dad in like 2 years, right? My dad kind of like one of those dads that comes in real life sporadically when it's convenient and stuff. I don't know. That's how I've seen it always. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he's a good person, say that, bro. I think he's just like right where neutral-eyes, if you were to describe him. So, take that as you must. You know, I'd probably go good. Oh, green saw blade is like 8 times better though. Start stacking crit. Anyway, I have this talk with my dad. It's kind of personal, but we talk about a lot of stuff, right? And, one thing that he talked about was, you know, the topic of girlfriend when you have a it's one of your parents, it's your descended, it's always that. My dad is the girlfriend person, okay? Um, my dad is like, oh, how you doing? You know, you want a girlfriend, all this stuff, right? Granted, my mom knows, like, quite a bit of, like, my relationship stuff. I don't think, like, as much as, like, anyone else, but, like, she's not, like, privy. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm out here telling her my life, but, like, anything that I feel like is going somewhere, I tell my mom a lot of the time, because I feel like that's how I've always been. Either something doesn't work out or something, I always let her know to some degree. Not to, like, the most degree ever. I'm not, like, the most tight-knit with my family. We're like, oh, we talk about everything, oh, we do this, that, but, you know, and so, me and my dad are talking, right? Oh, I'm gonna block it. Oh, I'm not gonna block it. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna try something stupid like that again. I repent. But, but yeah, we're talking. And so, you know, the topic of girlfriend comes up. If you're Spanish, you probably get hit with the, you know, duetnight novia or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm Spanish, but I'm so whitewashed, it's insane. Regardless, it's like, oh, you have a girlfriend, you have a spouse, right? Whatever. It gets hit like every time, like your grandparents or whatever. You know, I think it's every like family, but like I don't know, man. And so, especially if you're a guy, bro, it's just like criminal, man. God forbid you're living your life, but I don't know. I think it's probably equal, but it sucks, man. So it comes up, and so my dad, he comes and asks me. He's like, "Yo, man, you know, basically, oh, you have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I had something in the past. It didn't work out." I tell him like a long story, not a long story, but like the TLDR of the, I'd say like the TL, right? Too long, right? Not the didn't read part, but I give him like some juice. This got nerfed? No, I just don't have it tableted. I didn't get a tablet this setup. Oh, we are struggling this run. Model peak, bro. And so, you know, I hit him with that TLDR. Little Mo guy. And, I was kind of like, you know, hey, I had a bad relationship. They're like, yeah, you know, obviously I've had a girlfriend, I've had a couple. And, you know, I tell him about a couple experiences. And then he goes like, yeah, man, you know, you work, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, they're girls where you work. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you know, why don't you, you know, you talk to them and stuff? He's like, yo, why don't you, I'm gonna tell you, I've never lost more respect for a person in my life after I heard those words come out of his mouth respectfully. Disrespectfully, I don't care. I'm never re-rolling again. I'm sorry for my greed. I wanted more. You wanted more. And so he goes like, critical chance to crit that. Ooh. You cannot normal attack radius when the sword strike cage up. Barrage. Normal attacks are changed 4 hits, dealing additional damage between them. Yo, we gotta try both of these. These both sound gas. Yo, why does the katana have the best upgrades? The weapon is the most fun. Like, bro, can the weeb stick not be the best? I'm not trying to be stereotyped here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like my anime. So, yeah, the guy's basically like, you know, hey, the guy is my dad. I just creamed. What the heck is this, bro? Yo, who needs a girlfriend when you have sepheria? What the heck? Yeah, this is so cool. What? It's my new favorite upgrade. Oh my god. What the heck? Okay, so anyway, you know, this is like a thing where it's like, yo, you know, it's like a thing in your family, you know. So, you know, he added This is so sick, bro. Oh my god. And basically, I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm not vibing with that. Whatever. I'm just so basically, after he says that, right? It's 30. It's normal attack damage too. It's normal attack damage, bro. I gotta reroll. I will never not reroll, bro, when I see something mid. I'm just gonna say that right now. You know what? I have 9 dice. I am rerolling all the time. Anyway. So yeah, he asked me this. And he's like, yeah, so, you know, they're like girls where you work, you know, like... And, like... You know, you can talk to them and stuff, and, like... You can... You know, like... It's almost like this. I'm kind of exaggerating it, but not really. But like almost, right? Like, you know, you can like talk to them, you know, like do any of them like you? Like, you know, like they talk to you or anything? And it's like, okay, obviously you can tell when someone kind of likes you. But the reality of this world is, even when you catch a vibe, I don't think it's worth pursuing someone off a vibe. I've learned how much trouble pursuing someone off a vibe gets you. It's not even worth it. Sometimes people talk to you just to ease their comfort because they think you're a creep, and then you'll just get bodied. I don't know. I'm someone that comes off as a creepy person IRL. I've learned this the hard way. So, wow, this guy's kind of dope. Hey, let me roll. And so, I've accepted it. You know, hey, I'm kind of a creepy guy. Like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be someone like, hey, that's like approachable and stuff. So I think we're rocking a desire here. I'm not gonna lie, we kind of need some juice. We could have rolled for more, but I need something here. I need something. And so with him, he's like, hey, you know, by the way, like, yeah, you could do that. You know, I tell him, yo, man, like, okay, all right. I'm trying to think about how I said this because it's been a while. But the general, like, thing of it made me mad. He's like, yo, like, you know, you can talk to them and basically try to, like, get close to them, whatever. And it's like, yes, it's probably something you should do, especially in today's environment. Oh my gosh. Especially in today's environment, one of the best ways to get to know someone is through work, because through work it kind of creates that false sense of safety that, like, I hate it, and this is why it made me mad, is because it's kind of like you're a predator. I'm not gonna lie. What do predators do? They go, they lure people, okay? They create a false sense of security in a safe environment. Bro, give me something good, please, please. And so, even though it's not like directly like predator or whatever, but it's like, it's that vibe. Like, yo, they're in a safe area, they're more comfortable to talk to you. But given the scenario where they're not in some cases, they're like kind of in a way where they're kind of forced to talk to you. And it's like, bro, I'm not forcing conversation with someone. To me, that's not a vibe. That's not cool. It's kind of messed up, I'm not gonna lie. It's just me though, you know. You know, he's like, yeah, you know, like, you have these girls at your job, do this. Now, granted, the main reason why I don't do it is like partially that, but the other reason, bro, I go to work to like to work, man. I'm not here to have my heart broken. Oh my god, I'm getting juice right now. I'm getting juice. We need a crit chance so badly, but like, respectfully, I go to work. I don't go to work to flirt. I don't know. Some people do. Some people do whatever. It's not my prerogative, basically. And every girl that goes there to flirt. And when you're in a male-dominated environment where they're females, bro, the worst thing that a girl can do is essentially go to work to essentially be preyed on, bro. And I think that's so messed up. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and obviously it's not his intention. It's not like his words, but it's just a vibe of that. Like, yo, man, like, hey, there are girls that work at your job. Oh. Hey, man, there are girls that work at your job. Like, you know, you should talk to them. You should do whatever. And it's like, bro, They go there to work, I go there to work. Why can't it just be that, you know? Why does it have to be, hey, you know, you're lonely, go. I'm not even lonely. It's just like, hey, go. I'm unlocking gamer mode. Never mind. Oh, like, you know, like you're lonely or whatever. You're like, go quote your loneliness. I don't even know how to describe it. Hey, we lost with Shimmering Eyes. Is Shimmering Eyes OP? Shimmering Eyes OP. There's no Doom Destiny inscriptions in the update. I'm sad. Dang, that nerf messed it up, bro. They nerfed it, bro. They nerfed it. W nerf. But basically, he was like, try to do something. And yeah, basically my whole premise behind it is like, you know, a girl, anyone doesn't go to work to be preyed upon, be thing, you know. And it's something that I've learned, like, you know, if you're going to work with intentions to meet like someone, we're getting that upgrade again. We're trying the other path. Maybe the other path is slightly more like optimal. Maybe I just didn't have the right damage items. I don't know, but we have to try that again for sure. But I think it's like super not okay. And so that just ruined my vibe because it's like, yo, why is this happening today? And then you're coming to visit me, and then I had to listen to you talk about this stuff some more. And it's like, bro, I don't care. I don't care, man. Old man. You know, and it's sad because one thing that I've been listening to a lot of too, is a lot of what's it called? What is it? Rotten Mango podcasts. Because I work, I go listen to it while I work. It's chill, it's a vibe. We're getting this again. And she's super cool and stuff, and a lot of like insightful things that I feel like I would have never realized. I've kind of learned. And I figured I'd talk about this later because I think it ties into what the main thing I want to talk about too, because it kind of like combos into what I was talking about. So we'll come back to that later. But the big thing is just like, you know, like, yo, like, you go to work to work. You don't go to work to fucking hunt women or whatever. And regardless, I think it's kind of bad. I think if you can have something organically, yes, but you should not go to work to try to find women. Like, it sounds disgusting to me, and that upsets me to no end. Honestly, it kind of ruined my whole day. Like, it's like, hey, I meet you in the wild, Dad, and it's like, bro, you say this to me, now I don't want to meet you. You can go back. You can go back, man. You can send him back. Send him back. I need to get more crit rate. Oh, I should have went for the crit rate. Oh, I messed up. Maybe that's where I messed up last time, though. I didn't go enough physical damage, and I went crit rate too early. I think that's probably where I messed up. So, yeah. Nothing from what he said is from ill intent. It's just from a stereotypical male intent. And it's just like this male intent that's just like, for me personally, it's like this action that's like, oh, this, right? But it's like the second order action that comes from that has always just like never been a fucking desirable action for me. And I just don't think it's that great. I don't know. It definitely does suck because it's like, hey, it kind of, oh, we're getting gas, bro. We're getting gas. We are getting gas these runs. Oh my gosh, yo, W upgrade system. It's 30. I think it's 30 play always here. So it's not like it's horrible. He's a horrible person, this, that, but you know, it's just like, I just don't think it's that great of a mindset to have nowadays. Because the main thing that I want to talk about today was basically what happened today was, I was watching it and I was already mad from what is it, sexual conduct or whatever. They go basically hunt down these women or whatever. Hey, now I was watching, and then Emiru, right? Recently, she went to TwitchCon, and then she gets assaulted, right? Like literally, it's a guy hugged her. Whether you describe that as assaulting, I'd say it's definitely undesired touch, W evasion, right? I would say definitionally it is definitely assault, and implications of it could have gone further. It was a quote-unquote innocent gesture where the guy came up and tried to hug and kiss her. That's still fucked up. That's weird. That is crazy. And like, yes, of course it's like, hey, this gesture is not malicious, but you don't know, man. People with these desires where, hey, I can go up to this random woman, hug her and kiss her. It's I don't know any world that we live in where that's allowed. Oh, do we go Shadow or do we go Mystic here? What's our Mystic slot? Oh, that's a pretty good Mystic slot. I'm gonna go Mystic right here. Extra HP. Maybe that's where we failed last time, but I don't know any world where that's allowed. Regardless, so it's kind of ridiculous, and I think personally there are a couple things I want to talk about this, right? I think the big thing about it is, okay, this guy came up and hugged her, right? And no one did anything, right? And I think that's a problem, and it's not a problem in her. It's a problem in the culture that we've cultivated. And the big reason why I say this is because, oh my gosh, oh, everything's good, everything's good. It's a big problem in the culture that we've created, I feel. Where, hey, let the other people deal with it. You sit there, you stand and wait. I'm from New Jersey. I do the same thing. In New Jersey, there's no self-defense law. You're bodied, okay? From what I know. From what I haven't looked up, it's what I've heard. So you can't self-defend yourself in New Jersey. So like, if you're in New Jersey and there are people watching you get bodied, they're not gonna do shit, bro. They're not gonna do shit. I think that's rare. Alright, like, shit, man. Now, I'm not gonna say it's like that everywhere, but it definitely is like a big precedent. So, it sucks. And so, like, basically, you have people, and it was recorded where the guy runs up and hugs her, bro. No one does anything except the bodyguard. And it's like, yeah, why would you do anything when the guy walks up with a purpose and goes up to her, right? And obviously, the bodyguard's not psychic. He doesn't know that this guy's not affiliated to Emiru. He's doing his job. Like, it's not his, like, thing to notice it, right? It kind of be a little bit more on Emiru's part to be like, yo, who the fuck is this guy walking up to me? He just walked past the thing, right? But I think it's just like a bad precedent that it is set, and it's just, oh my gosh, I just walk in a circle, I'm not a genius, and it sucks. Because she did nothing. She just existed, and then some guy does this. And is it a particularly heinous crime that this guy did? No, it is not. But the thing about it is that this is the problem with people like this. Oh, his action is not a bad action. His action does not need to be condemned. Why is his action, like, stuff like this, The guy came up and hugged her. Now, these are just things, right? But it's like, it's insane that this person can even do that, I think. Like, what? Right? And it's just insane that, right, it got that far, because obviously, like, I feel like everyone should have been screened. So, yes, I think the bodyguard should have done that. And it's like super hard because it is a convention and you're not going to know important people in the convention. I think that's the biggest thing that makes this this one. Oh my gosh, Rogue got giga buffed. Yo man, we're grabbing Rogue. Oh man, we're gonna have no slots. Gonna be a 0 slot run. This is gonna be a 0 slot run. What? We have to try this. Like, what? This sounds giga broken. And so no one's gonna know, like, you know, what's going on, all that stuff. So, warm stone. And any of that nonsense that's going on. So, it's not really like you can blame anyone in particular, I feel, type of situation. And it definitely... Oh, that kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. But it definitely is a situation that, like, has to be looked at and, like, thoroughly evaluated for sure. Like, regardless. Also, it's just, right, like, as I was saying before, like, bro, she's just existing, man, like, just for existing, you have people like this. And like I said before, the action in itself is not particularly malicious, but the problem with people like this in general is they start off with actions that are not particularly malicious, and then they end up malicious. Okay, this is where scalability comes into, right? The guy can walk up and do this. Okay, he gets tried. He doesn't get tried, right? Whatever. He is then able to commit this action again and probably raise up the stakes, raise up the scale. Now instead of doing it in public, he's doing it in private. Now instead of doing it, he's doing it somewhere else. Like, you know, it scales, and it's not that great. And that's a big thing about it. Oh, this guy did it, now I can do it, is another thing. This person is a public figure. This person's not your friend. This is a public figure, bro. Like, and then the biggest thing too is, like, bro, she is just existing, and now everywhere she goes, she has to hire security. She has to go and get everything. This person, because she's a public figure, everywhere she goes, she will never know if someone is looking at her out of genuine curiosity or if someone is looking at her out of malicious intent. That is something that this person has to live with for the rest of their life. Oh man, I think we should go back to this. It was so cool. She has to live with this for the rest of her life. And it's like, oh, she's a millionaire, whatever, bro. Even if you're a millionaire, bro, if you're just a normal person that was blessed with being fucking pretty and, like, RNG blessed to be a streamer, like, it wasn't even like she was blessed to be, bro, she was just there at the right time, bro. She started early, man. Like, shit, she started when I started. The only thing is she continued. I didn't, right? So, it sucks, man. It sucks, because, oh, like, this is someone just existing, man. Like, straight up, just, fuck, man. Like, this might be my new favorite upgrade. What? It just pains me, bro, because, like, I was listening to that, and then I was already mad about, like, sexual misconduct from my dad, and then it's just like, bro, like, I'm hearing this tomfool. Bro, I hate myself. These upgrades. I was already dealing with, like, in my head, this, like, mental tomfoolery about my dad and this nonsense, and it's just like, bro, now I have to hear about this, and it's like, I'm triggered. I'm triggered, bro. I'm triggered. I'm like, yo. And then, right, we're gonna tie this into hey, drop the cloak. Tie this into Gideon and, like, the Predator stuff, right? Actually, I think we'll continue on Emiru, and then we'll go to that, because I think that deals with my last topic that I want to talk about. So much damage. Oh my gosh. We have to drink, though. Yeah, so, like, everywhere she goes, she has to be on a swivel, and she will never be able to know if someone generally, like, you know, she's walking to the grocery store. Okay, I'm going to the grocery store. Oh, that guy is looking at me. Oh, that guy's looking at me for 7 seconds. That's a little weird. That's a little off kilter, right? Oh, is he looking at me because I'm pretty, you know? Or is he looking at me because, oh, he knows who I am? And that is the level of paranoia this person will have to live with for the rest of the day. We're just evading it, fuck it. This level of paranoia she'll have to live with for the rest of her life. And, you know, it's to the point where she's like, oh, I'll just want to go inside and what is it? Play Dark Souls. I'm gonna go inside and play Mega Bonk. And it's like, this is like self-cultivated agoraphobia that's like being created for someone. It is. Where it's like, hey, this person is gonna be scared to go outside for this. And I think it's crazy. I actually think it's genuinely insane. I don't know what else to say about that. The only thing that I will say is that this person is blessed to have a strong support system. And I doubt the negative output will happen, right? That negative outcome will happen. But if this was anyone else, oh, yo, you could see that happening, bro. You could see that happening. I feel like the only reason why I can say this is because I'm giga parasocial, and it's like, yo, man. I've had bad instances, and it's like, yo, I don't want to go outside, man. I don't trust people when they look at me. You know, so maybe that's just me, like, putting my own nonsense there. But it's definitely something I say regardless. I can 100% guarantee that is like 80% is what's gonna happen, and I genuinely feel like that is one of the worst fucking things you can put on a person, bro. And genuinely, she will never know if someone wants to approach her because they know her, or because you know she's pretty or whatever. So in reality, she'll never. You don't know if she can genuinely feel like she can make genuine friends, which sucks too. Like me, I could go up to a random guy on the street and be like, yo, what's up, my G? And strike up a conversation and be completely stupid. I remember one time after I was getting pierced, I was literally just walking back the street down back to my house. And some guy came up to me and we just talked for like 10-20 minutes, bro. We just talked about like random fashion and stuff, and it's kind of interesting, but it was cool. It was kind of a vibe. I don't know. And like, you know, it wasn't recorded or anything. It was just a random guy. It was like a cool conversation to have, like, on your way in life. It was one of those life conversations, you know, that you have in like, I have been getting so lucky. It's insane. It's insane. This is the run. This is the run. This is the run. Yeah, I'm not really planning on winning. I'm not really planning on like cultivating this into a win or anything. This video is just me more talking about it, so I'm sorry, bad gameplay. But yeah, I do think that is like such like that's like in like a Greek tragedy type fate that you could put on someone. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like that shit sucks, bro. And then even people that are like, oh, they're creators, oh, they're quote-unquote her friends, you'll never know that. You will never know that. Hey, give me this again. We're gonna run it again, bro. We are running it again. We are running it again. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah, normally I do run like 2 or 3 runs and I kind of figure out what I'm gonna do and figure out how to optimize it. Right now I'm not locked in on optimizing the game. I'm optimized on yapping. I'm sorry. So anyway, yeah. And then what is it? Now the next thing that I think is big is, bro, tell me why does she, one, this guy has to get hunted down and found, and then number 2, here's the this incident happened, right? And this is a visual like sexual misconduct incident. Sexual assault is not even sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct is probably like, yo, we went to a bar and then, hey, I touched your hand, maybe, I don't know, like when we were gonna drink and I held your hand for a little bit longer than was comfortable. I think that's probably sexual misconduct, right? Hey, I held your hand when you didn't want your hand to be held. Something like that, I just say. Probably more closer to sexual misconduct, right? This guy sexually assaulted her. Even though it was just a kiss, this is the thing that I'm saying. Bro, that could have been, right? And she's like, oh, what if this guy had a knife, bro? I don't even think it had to be as severe as a knife. I think it could have been, what if this guy had a needle? I was, I watched quite a bit of YouTube. And one YouTube video was about this guy getting canceled, basically, because he was playing a prank where he would just run up to people and pretend to inject them with needles. And the guy was accused of having, like, a pen-like substance in his hand. A pen-like thing. This guy has a pen-like thing in his hand. Right? That threw off my whole thing. Bro, a knife, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think you could dodge a knife. I think, like, as in that environment, I think a knife isn't like that crazy. All right, maybe like Emiru, you know, it's not like giga like Dark Souls character, anime protagonist, whatever. But I'd assume she'd be looking at the guy's hands and see, hey, what does this guy have? You know, like, why is this guy coming up to me? She'd assume that. Okay, so I don't think a knife would catch her off guard, probably, right? Especially because she was putting her hands out to kind of push the guy away when the guy came close, and then she realized, oh, okay, yeah, maybe the guy could have stabbed her. I don't know. I think she probably would have reacted faster in a life or death scenario. But a guy coming up with a needle, I think that's a lot more subtle. I think that's a lot more subtle, and like that could, like, honestly, that could probably be worse than being stabbed. I'm not gonna lie, like a needle injection is like that messes you up way worse than stabbing. Like, it's insane. But regardless, anything could have happened in that moment, and it's fortunate that that guy did that. And now, regardless, the biggest thing about this, right, comes into one thing that I was talking about with Rotten Mango and like Gideon and all this stuff, and it's sexual misconduct. I think sexual misconduct in this time, it has gotten blasted so fucking much on this radio. Oh, sexual assault this, oh, LGBTQTA warrior this, blah, blah, blah. And it's because it's this, right, where it's gotten to the point where, hey, this is a problem, but the problem is when you walk through every day and you're breathing in fart smell, right? Guess what? You're not gonna smell a fart. I'm gonna be honest, right? If everything around you smells like ass, you're immune to the ass, okay? And so, when, oh my gosh, and so when everything around you is like, hey, you know, sexual misconduct this, sexual misconduct that, oh, this person's a predator, oh, this, that, and people are throwing away these buzzwords, real actions like this get suppressed, and their values get suppressed. And this is a big thing that happens. And I think in general, sexual misconduct and sexual abuse is not like treated as well as the actions, right? Even though we can say that his intention was not, you know, to do the worst harm in the world ever, right? We could safely assume that, right? The guy had a precedent that could have created that action. And regardless of what anyone says, I think that's just as bad. And I think it should be treated, oh my gosh, this connection, and I'm getting the juice, and I don't know what to do. Alright, I say we get the other disconnection, we sell the shit. We can't even sell this shit. Please. Give me more money, Sepheria. Give me more money. Give me more money. Run your pockets. Bro, can what's his name come back and just body the squirrel bitch? Bro, please. Oh man, this is the run now. And just in general, sexual misconduct is treated as such, just like a general, like a thing. Oh, this guy touched you. Oh my gosh, is that a problem? Oh, is that a thing? Oh, this. Oh, he just touched you. And even with the cops and everything, right? And, you know, as I was saying, I was listening to a lot of Rotten Mango. And a lot of times in these scenarios, people are like, hey, this happened. And then the police or anyone are like, oh, but they just did this. It's whatever. Hey, you're at... And here's what's probably going to happen. Because here's the biggest thing. Emiru had to press charges, which is the big thing that I want to talk about with the legal thing. Emiru herself had to press charges. Okay? And because Emiru, like, the reality of this scenario, in my opinion, is I do not think Emiru should have to be pressed charges. I think this guy should, regardless, especially because this action is recorded and thing, he should regardless have a legal action put on him. Why does Emiru have to press charges and be put on a legal trial? And then here's exactly what the defense is going to say. I can already tell you. You were in a meet and greet. You were in an area where people were expected to meet you. Right? and they're gonna try to justify that as appropriate conduct. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, that if I hear that, and I hear that that was the thing, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right. If she says that, bro, I'm gonna crash out for her, bro. I'm gonna crash out for her, man. I'll wage war, bro. I think that is like, I have the worst gut-wrenching feeling that that is exactly what's gonna happen. And I'm not gonna, that is gonna be one of the saddest things I will probably hear in a while. In regards of Twitch drama, I think that's gonna be pretty sad. 68% crit rate, I am juicing right now. Because I think in general, it just sucks, man. It just sucks, bro. It sucks so much, man. It's such a bad scenario. But, yeah, so Emiru has to press charges. Sexual misconduct. This was, alright, generally in actions like this, if you're lucky, this guy's gonna get 3 months in jail, he's gonna get bailed out by bond, and then some nonsense is gonna happen. I'm gonna say this 100% matter of fact. That is like 95% is what's gonna happen, because our legal system sucks dick. It's just what it is. It sucks, man, it sucks. And, you know, if you're lucky, that guy will face jail time. If you're unlucky, that guy will get probation. 80% he'll bond out. And this was in LAX, California, so even then, I don't know. That's such a hard thing. That is such a hard thing to say. It's so hard. But, man, it's rough. Retake the bro. I'm Colin. I don't know. It costs money. I don't want friends that extort me for money. Okay, but it does suck. And I think the legal system for like sexual, thank you shimmering eyes, the legal system for like in terms of how they treat sexual misconduct is, if an action didn't happen, the action, even if the action did happen, right, there are so many ways that the legal prosecutors will try to spin a disgusting action like that. I don't even want to know what will happen in her case. I don't even want to know. But there are so many ways the legal system tries to spin stuff like that it is absolutely absurd. It is absolutely absurd. Whereas people with any sane mind should be like, okay, this guy came up to her, he kissed her, he could have done anything. Who knows where this action could have led to if it was not stopped. He could have held her hostage. He could have done anything. Who knows? And that's exactly how that action should be taken. Right? And it's like, innocent until proven guilty. The guy is literally recorded doing a horrible action. Like, and that's the big thing about it. Like, he's innocent until proven guilty, but like, I don't think... that's something I think is stupid. I think like, when actions are like that, bro, it should just be like, yo... It should just be like, yo, how much is your charge? It shouldn't be innocent until proven guilty. Like, yo, how much is this guy charged? Like, because it's like, he did this, and like, it's just, how bad was it, right? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, this, that's literally how I see it, because it's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. Precision. Oh my, with this much crit rate, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I think it's absolutely nuts, and I don't know, man. And that's my big thing about it, is just like, it's an action that was done, but the reality of it is, the appropriate justice punishment for that action will probably never get done. Because the appropriate action is a hypothetical, and sadly, hypotheticals don't work that well in court. And if you increase the carbon... What is this? This sounds kind of insane. This is so hard to make work with my current setup, though. My current setup is so cracked, though. give him a roll, I guess. Okay. But yeah, I think it sucks. Respectfully, it sucks, and shit. I wish the best for her, because that is such an annoying slippery slope. I think we're gonna go down this path, and she unfortunately has to deal with. Anyways, along with that path, I think that in general, right, speaking with the rotten mango stuff, that's kind of what I want to get to, like, and with Gideon, like, I've been watching a lot of that stuff, and at first I was like, oh, Gideon's hunting predators, hee hee ha ha, it's so funny, haha, he's so quirky, it's Gideon, he's a funny guy, do stupid thing, views on YouTube, haha, he's so funny. And then it's just like, wait a minute, right? I don't think Gideon does a good job a lot of the time portraying, like, how these acts escalate. Oh, that's so broken. It's insane. It's so broken. It's so awesome. It's so cool. But I don't think Gideon does a great job portraying this. And I think it personally sucks on his thing, but it's fine. But the legal system, even though this guy does things, these guys do things better than the cops themselves. And the cops themselves do not even... They're like, yeah, you do stuff better than us, but, you know, we're not gonna take it because the DA says, you know, your shit's not valid. And it's like, bro, how do people say you do our job better than us, but we're not gonna... we're not gonna take it? Yo, I think we go for, this actually does so much damage, though. How much evasion do we have? What's that? Is that 15% evasion? 33%? That's a lot. Plus this? I'm doing it. We're going Gi mode. So, like... oh my gosh. Alright. I'm saying we're just... Is this fully juiced? No, it's 2 out of 3. Oh, man. I'll fully juice up the Gi, I think. Even though, Gideon, like, does all this stuff, and, like, these guys, Gideon, Skeeter, Oma, all of them do all that stuff, like, it's just, like, they get treated like they're a joke, like, they're stupid, like, when half of these guys understand the law sometimes more than the people providing the law, because they have to deal with it on the opposite side. And because they have to deal with it from the opposite side, they understand their section of the law so well. But it's all different in different jurisdictions, so they have to learn the law in different jurisdictions. They have to understand what counties they can and can't do, what counties they can and can't prosecute in, what counties are basically essentially fucked. And if you're a fucking minor in those areas, if you're a female in those areas, you're fucked. Like, you just can't live. It sucks. It's a bad world to be in. Personally, I feel. And I think that's a big thing. But I feel like when Emiru was like, oh yeah, I like to see the optimism in people, like, I like to see the goodness in people. And personally, I feel the same way. Because my big thing was, I had this problem with my car. I was like, I wanted my car out of my life. I wanted to get rid of it. And so it's like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave my car unlocked and someone's gonna steal it. And then I won't have to deal with my car anymore. I leave my car unlocked and no one steals it for 2 days. And then it's like, okay. Well, that sucks. People are actually more fucking human than I thought. It's fucking crazy. It's like, yeah, I can see the goodness in people too. I'm like, yeah, you know, even I was talking to my dad, I was like, yo, like, he's like, yeah, you know, I kind of want to park over there, but you know, it's not great where you live at and all this stuff. And I think, like, you should do this, do that. He was talking about parking a truck, but it's like, man, like, I'm just like, yo, like, unless you're like flexing something, no one's gonna steal anything. That's what I told him, because I think that's really true. Like, I don't know. It's like I literally told him like, yo, I left my car unlocked and literally no one stole anything. Like, I was kind of like you. I was like, hey, you know, we live in a bad area, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky. It's insulated, it's isolated instance. We've had bad things happen to us before. I've had a friend that had his whole car stolen. Like, he went in, he didn't even leave his car unlocked. He just went to Domino's and got his car stolen. So, you know, like, everyone has different experiences and everything. So, just because my isolated incident isn't a reaction of everything, but you know, it does suck when you're someone that lives life damn, I'm getting juiced, that lives life optimistically, and then you get bodied for it for no reason. It sucks. Damn. I'm cracked on loot right now. And yeah, this is what happens a lot of time. Especially watching Skeeter, Oma, all those guys, like, another disconnection. My brain is disconnected from my body. I'm having an out-of-body experience. This shit's so good. Alright. It's rolling. What? Holy. So, it's such a rough and tough. I don't know, man. It's such a tough. And this world, it's like, yeah, you want to do all this stuff, and then the systems that are meant to protect you don't protect you, and people say that all the time until it happens to you. You're like, oh yeah, you know, it hasn't happened to me, it's not a bad system, you're just having bad experiences. And then it happens to you, and then it's like, hey, wait a minute, this system is kind of messed up. So it's a lot of things like that that I feel like are happening. And so I don't know. I think that sucks. But back to the topic at hand, I was going on with, like, with these predators are able to get on bail. These predators are able to do stuff. And now, why does this have anything? Because this is sexual misconduct, right? And in general, right? These things just aren't charged with, like, the level of, like, respect and thing they deserve, validity they deserve. Like, oh, you're a victim of sexual misconduct. Are you sure you didn't want it? Are you sure you didn't this and you didn't that? And it's like, bro, what? We wouldn't be in court if this person wanted this. Like, and all of this stuff. It's freaking ridiculous. It's stupid. And the main thing that I was gonna say regarding that is just these guys, right? Just on the topic of predators, I think it's a little bit easier to do that topic than general sexual misconduct. That's a lot more iffy and gray, and it is super gray. With the predators, it's like these guys, they commit these crimes, or no, they're in the act of committing these crimes, and this is why it relates to Emiru. Is because these guys, they're in the act, right, to the infantile stages of, hey, I'm gonna go run up and I'm gonna go hug this person. Hey, I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna go kiss this person. Hey, I'm gonna do this. And I would say these are like kind of like quote unquote juvenile stages of like sexual misconduct, right? Like, they're not blatant sexual misconduct, but they're like the beginning parts of it. Like, they're literally like before the action has happened. It's like the prerequisite. And people, essentially, these guys are reporting the prerequisite actions that escalate into the, oh my god, everything is so good, that that lead into these larger actions that are essentially thing. And 80% of these times, these people that commit these smaller actions would commit the larger actions because they are presented with the opportunity of the smaller action. No one commits these smaller actions without wanting to escalate it, and that is the problem. And these actions, they get charged with the what is it? You'd call the prerequisite? I don't know. The early stage instead of the end goal. You don't get charged as if, hey, this guy came up and hugged her, and he's gonna do anything, right? hey, this guy came up and hugged her, and he just came up to hug her, like, oh my god, hey, you came up to hug her, and you came up to kiss her. We do that in Brazil or whatever, like, we do that in France, we do that in my country, we do that wherever, like, whatever, like, I don't know. The thing is, I see a world where that's a thing. I don't think anyone has ever said this, but it's just like, in my mind, you can see this happening as, like, someone refuting it as that point, and just the thought of that just makes me salty. Right? Hey, can I click here? And it sucks. It sucks. It's really bad. But also, it's like, yeah, he just hugged her. But then, okay, he hugged her. What would have happened if that incident lasted 5 more seconds? What would have happened if that incident was left unattended for a minute? What happened if that guy was able to grab a hold of her? What would have happened if that... And these are the things, these incremental escalations that could have happened. And yeah, you could have played the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, whatever, right? It still is just the reality of it. No one knows what would have happened in those escalated scenarios. And that's the scariest part. And that's what someone is capable of doing in those exact circumstances that we're given. Someone is legit able to walk up and do this stuff. That shit's OD. That shit is OD. I have like 3 brain cells right here. I'm so locked in on trying to upgrade. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling. So I'm trying to figure out where this exit goes. Sorry, I'm sorry. I feel like we put it on top, but then I don't like it on top because then it's over here and it's intersecting with this. This key is kind of whatever. This key can be put anywhere. Oh, we could flip-flop this, but then we flip-flop this. It actually goes right. It's so ass. It's so ass. It's such a shit spot that I'm in right now. Fuck me, bro. We could do that, put the exit there, and then do that, and then it's hacks this stuff. I'm thinking about keeping this, upgrading this, and making this a 4 juicer. I figure out what to do with this 3 juicer. I kind of do think the exit will be nice. I'm gonna reroll one more time. Alright, I like Link better. We can work with the Link. Alright. And yeah, so yeah, the guy just came up and hugged her. And it's like, the guy, right, is 100% probably gonna be charged in the action and not on how severe the consequences are of, like, just his quote-unquote action, which is something that I feel like is scary too, if that happens. If we live in a world... Oh, man. And so we could do this. I need a little bit more attack speed. And yeah, it's like the guy committed an action, but right, it all ends with the escalation of his action in my mind, and that's the thing that I don't think. I think a lot of, like, I think when it gets tried or whatever, that's what's gonna happen with it. A lot of it is just like, I think I'm just a little extra triggered with it because my dad and stuff, and it's like, like, hey, they're just like upset about it because of that, but it's like, bro, like, it's just like, man, I don't know, man. I get like that like the dad thing for me personally. It's just like the bad sign prerequisite for it. It's my life and not hers, but it's like the bad sign of the prerequisite and the future news of it. That's what I feel like now. Because I think it's only gotten worse, right? I think she's had bad incidents too, but it's only gotten worse. She had one guy that stalked her, right? She had one guy that, that like didn't stalk her. What did he do? He followed her for a little bit longer than is normal, and then he was trying to like quote unquote bag her, I guess, but he was ass and she wasn't vibing with it, so you know, why would she? Bro was like, yo, and then he just followed her, and then it's just like, wait, actually I think that is such a good example of that fucking guy. Like, there was this one clip, right? Emiru was at the park, whatever. Why is it always Vicina? Emiru was at the park. At like a theme park or something, right? And this guy was like trying to like quote unquote say that he likes her and stuff, right? And that, oh my gosh, I'm like giga protected. And this guy was like, yo, like, I like you or whatever, and he basically was trying to like follow her or whatever. And man, I say whatever, but like too much. But yeah, he was trying to follow her, and then eventually it ended up escalating. And that's exactly what I think is the problem with that exact scenario. That exact scenario is the quote unquote escalation of that guy from before. Think about that. Think about that. I'm being giga parasocial right now. But think about that. That guy, oh my god, precision! I've lost it all. I've lost all my mentality. What is this, bro? Alright, so what we have to do is probably... Alright, I know what we do. We put this over here. We get this 100%. We need a 3 juicer. We need a 3. We need a 3. What's a good 3 here? Alright, okay, this is a good 2. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. I might be him. I might be him. Holy. I think I want the attack damage more. But this, in its sense, is like quote unquote what would have happened if that exact incident escalated. It's over. We've reached crack status, and I think the scary part is that is just like one part of it, right? One part of the quote unquote escalations. Oh wait, actually, that's kind of nice. It's like in a sense like one of the escalations that could have happened in a scenario, right? It's literally, I think it's literally like the manifestation of that like incident. Like it's like part 2. I think it's to be giga no life and parasocial to know what I'm talking about, but I think it literally is that exact escalation, and I think that could be the next like thing. Like, I think in general she should kind of be like, oh, I'm kind of lucky that it didn't escalate, and then treat like those 2 scenarios as, hey, this has happened, these 2 are like escalations, and you know, I'm not gonna risk it anymore, which sucks. And it sucks that, hey, now she's like, hey, I gotta fucking just play Mega Bank at home. That's all I wanted to do anyway. And it's like, in a sense, it's like, that's low-key a cope. But it's like valid, bro. Who wants to fucking go out and fucking go to TwitchCon? I'm not gonna lie, that shit's probably ass. That shit's probably draining too. I have to go and talk to people. But like the fact that bro, like psychoanalyzing it, and like I said, I've watched quite a bit of Rotten Mango, so I think I'm in deep, but like when you listen to some of the stuff she says, a lot of it just reminds me of the victims in those videos. Oh, it's fine. Oh, this. Oh, that. You know? And then some of the action. Oh, I just want to do this. I just wanted to do... Bro, it's like so ominous, low-key. It is so ominous. Man, I can't be in a better spot. It is just such an ominous thing to hear. Let's see if we get a legendary, if not we'll convert. Maybe I should have converted this, but it kind of just gives that same like vibe of like these are like prerequisite actions to like the giga action. And shit, bro, that's scary. For her, that's scary. But in terms of sexual misconduct, I think in terms of sexual misconduct too, like, it'll be like a quote-unquote good thing for Twitch. Like, hey, people are gonna be like a little bit more like, you know, tight on sexual misconduct, a little bit more aware of sexual misconduct. Oh, come on. A little bit more aware of sexual misconduct. But in terms of like an outgoing thing, the sad part of it is that it's not going to change much in like an outgoing sort of way, I feel. Like, I'll be on the Twitch sphere, you know? I think Emiru is pretty popular. But you know, this was an isolated event in Twitch. Oh yeah. And this was another thing I wanted to talk about. Twitch covered it up. Twitch was like, oh yeah, the event wasn't that bad, you know, this is what happened. Hey, we actually did stuff. And they manufactured a narrative. How is that allowed? How is someone allowed to manufacture a narrative? How is someone in this very fucking earth allowed to manufacture a narrative for a victim that you... I don't even think she's getting paid. I think she spent money to go there. Maybe she didn't, you know. But she has a booth, and she is essentially bringing motherfuckers to your business. People are there for her. Fucking less than you, like... Fuck. Who the fuck's going to TwitchCon for Twitch, bro? People are going to see their people. Like, shit, man. People are going to see her, and it's like... Yeah, by the way, we're not going to protect you. We're going to fucking not give you your bodyguard. And then after something happens to you, we're going to downplay it, bro. Like, oh, TwitchCon is safe. In the future, we are going to do something. Why is it, and this is the thing too, Asmongold and everyone was saying, why is it that in order for something to then, for an appropriate action to have an appropriate response, why does something have to happen first? Why is it that people can see that this is not a good place to be, this is not a good situation to have? And the outcome is, hey, you know, until someone gets groped, right, publicly, that is a big figure. Not even someone that's smaller. Someone that's smaller, fuck, man, they definitely would have been gotten Giga covered up, bro. And then it was caught on camera, so it's definitely a thing. If that was not caught on camera, that shit would have been the biggest scandal ever. That's something you have to think about too. And that's something that people don't think about. Like, if that was not recorded, it would have been like, yeah, you know, she's just making it up. Yeah, you know, she's just overreacting. Oh, you know, like, that's probably literally what would have happened. Right? From normal people. But because it was recorded, that is literally the only saving grace for that. You know? Oh, classic Twitch girls. Like, something probably like that along the lines would have happened. No Kizzy on a stack, like, it's fucking insane. Bro, I'm getting griefed. Alright, we have to do this. Oh, so I can't... That is so great. Wait. Wait, what happened to my mystic orb? Oh my gosh, I was so scared. Alright, 1 second. So then we have to do this, and then this. We can do this. I think that's kind of the play, and we'll probably do this. But, yeah. These people that are so high in the Twitch ecosphere were talking about how there needed to be more preventative measures. And now, because something happened, now there's actions. And this is how the way the world works too. With all of these places, it fucking sucks that until something happens, and this is exactly what leads into sexual misconduct, right? Until something happens, nothing is done. And here is the main problem too. Right? That is not going to garner the protection of other people. That is only going to protect high personal staff and people that are invited. I doubt that level of protection is going to extend to lower level people. Until then, what's going to happen? Someone's going to get killed at fucking TwitchCon. And then guess what happens, bro? oh my gosh, and now we're gonna be serious. Now everything, now clear bag policy. Now this guy, now hey, you can't come in with anything thoughts. Like, and that's what's gonna happen, right? This is an event with a bajillion people, you know? And then it's gonna be a scandal too, because odds are shits like that's not gonna be fucking recorded. Like, it's scary. It's fucking scary. Well, what? It's scary. I'm not even involved in it, and it's scary. Shit, man. I'm not even involved in it, and it is scary. That sucks. I'm gonna go horizontal here, but there's no way I can go horizontal without messing this up, and I can't do that. Oh, my sucks. This is what I was thinking about in my head. What would have been a perfect... Oh, wait, we could just remove the ballast song. Ballast song is kind of gas, though. Wait, this is kind of doo-doo. Oh, but it's 130. Wait, this is +1. Wind song. Oh, but that's poor wind song, and it's kind of good. This is lake. This is kind of cheeks. All right. Do this, because we're essentially getting more. I'm down with that. And I think that sucks that it's all based off of an action has to happen in order for the appropriate actions that should have been done prior to happen. And you know why? It's all because of money. And it's a sad thing that I think about all the time. And not to be like that guy, but like low-key, capitalism is something that is so good, but it's also something that is so bad, it's insane. Low-key. Like low-key. Like, I'm not being like, hey, like, but like, I was listening too, and it's like, what is it? People are out here selling masks at exorbitant prices during COVID because it's a demand market. I feel like there should be exemptions for stuff like that, right? And then, right? There is going to be like another COVID or something that is going to create a quote-unquote classist society, and that is not going to give people the appropriate right to healthcare and they need in the future. It's going to happen. It's something that's going to end up happening. And that's going to be the same level of nonsense that this is, right? Where it's like an action that could have been prevented, right? It's sad, right? It's sad. I don't think it's like, and it's something, it's not my place to say, it's not anyone's place to say, really. I'm not that smart, I'm not the guy to be talking about it, but... But I think it's something to be thought about, really. Not really something to really thing, but until that incident happens where something bad is, I don't know. Hey, GG's, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Sayonara.